Alabama takes care of business in the Iron Bowl, as you guys know. And now we got a matchup with Georgia in the SEC championship game. We're going to get into that here with Shank on the Bama Tailgate Show, brought to you by Pearl River Resort, Philadelphia, Mississippi. The Timeout Sports Lounge offers Vegas-style sportsbook, hour and a half from Tuscaloosa, 2 and change from Birmingham. You don't have to go all the way out to Vegas. And if you'd have listened to me, I said take Bama. They covered. You would have won a lot of money. And some of you did, because I've seen some of the messages that you've sent me. So roll tide. Now I'll tell you what my thoughts are on this game. But first, let's get going. All right, there he is. Alphonse Taylor. You know him as Shank. Mick Gillespie. You know me as Mick. Good to see you guys, Shank. Let me get right into it. 27-20 win for Alabama down on the plains. We got up 17 on them. I thought we were going to freight train them, let them back in, let them off the hook. Man, we never really fell behind, but some crazy Iron Bowls, 3 straight now down there, 6 straight overall. Your thoughts on the Iron Bowl?
Hey man, it was absolutely the type of game I thought it was gonna be, Mick. Because for some reason, man, I said it last time when we go in Jordan-Hare, all bets are off. There's no telling what could happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I get it. Nobody wants to believe the Jordan-Hare voodoo, man. But come on, some spooky things have happened when we played in Auburn, dog. Like let's just face it.
You're talking about me.
Yeah, Mick, I'm gonna have to get you on that one. Spooky things happen in Jordan-Hare, man. Like
Okay.
I can't let that one fly, man. Because it's just like let's think about it, Mick. We went against a struggling Auburn team who, respectfully, they're good defensively. Not taking that away from them. One of the better run defenses in the country. Um, and so it wasn't going to be a walk in the park for us offensively, man. But Auburn found something that worked for them, and they kind of started coming back on us a bit because we just refused to close the game out for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how many third and shorts I watched, Mick, where we decided to take a deep shot instead of just getting the first down and continue to control possession, control the game. Because crazy enough, I've sat on here and cried all damn year about the run game, Mick. Gotta get the run game going. Gotta get the run game going. We finally get it going, and it's just like, kind of bored with that now. Let's go back to throwing the ball again. You know, we probably had one of our best games, I think, all year running the ball, Mick. I mean, at one point, Jam Miller was averaging before injury. He was averaging 5 yards a carry, man.
Mm-hmm.
And and when we play that type of football and we're committed to it, we're a damn good football team.
Yeah, we are.
And I definitely think we started to get a little pass happy there, man, and we let them back in the game when we absolutely shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I
but,
agree
but
with
you,
that, man. I wasn't a fan of the play calling at all.
no,
I felt
and
like the play calling kind of puts Ty Simpson in a spot where he's running for his life a lot. There's nobody buys that we're going to run the ball.
yeah, yeah, and that's the biggest thing, man. It's just like nobody's really scared of our run game, but I mean, but you look at it, man. We even got Ty running the ball this last
Yeah,
game. Just
and it
like
worked.
Ty, it did, and I think we should do more of that, man. We should
Yeah,
be more of a RPO read zone option type team. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
Ty has enough athletic ability to pull that ball, as we've seen in the game, to pull the ball and get downfield right now. No, he ain't no Jalen Milroe running the ball. Absolutely not. But I think he's good enough to hurt some people. You know what I'm saying? He's good enough to add another dangerous threat to the run game, something you got a game plan for, and something you can't overlook. Yeah, but none of that matters if we don't commit to the run game, Nick. Jeez.
Yeah.
We just like we were bullying them. We were finally controlling the line of scrimmage. We were leaning on them. You know what I'm saying? Like every running back was getting downhill right now, whether it been Daniel Hill, Jam Miller. I mean, damn, we had AK Deer come in the game a little bit, throwing him a few screens. He's getting downhill. It's just we got to commit to using those running backs, man. We got to commit to it because they're only going to be good if given the opportunity. And when we decided that we wanted to, showcase the run game and get a little rhythm going offensively, and we committed to it, we were successful at it. It was efficient, man.
Yeah.
And but
Yeah.
then as
That's why we
soon
won
as
the run game.
it's absolutely why we won.
Well, let me ask you
It's
this, and let me remind you guys too about Mick Nation, Avenue D. Hit that QR code. Hats, got those right now. Other swag coming. I got a box of swag that's supposed to be here in the next day or two.
nice.
But you can win that there. Yeah, you looked great, by the way. I presented Mike Johnson a Hawaiian shirt, and he didn't appreciate it as much as you did. And people in the audience at the Floribama were cheering the shirt. So we had good taste in the audience. And then Mike a little sus, but we had a great time down there. Miss, you gotta do it next time, man. So
Man,
much,
absolutely, man. That sounds like fun. It looked like y'all had a great time, dog.
it was
I
so
hate
much
I
fun,
missed
man.
that.
When
I need to
there
be a
was a
part of
lady
that.
that came up, I don't want to say Karen, but kind of along that same lines, and she was
Hmm.
being nice, but she was complaining about something. We were just sitting there between a commercial break, and she asked Ryan if he played, and and
Oh
and he's like,
God.
"Yeah, I played." And she said, "For the Red Sox," because he had a Red Sox shirt on. So in that second, he became Big Poppy.
Oh my Lord. He did not. He did not.
You remember Big Poppy?
Yeah, I was a
That dude is
huge Red
awesome,
Sox
man.
fan. Like that was
God, he
one of
was
my
awesome.
favorite baseball players of all time.
Yeah, he is. You can't not like Poppy.
Nah, you can't, man. You can't. Yeah,
That was
and so,
so funny.
that damn Ryan, man.
That place is good. He's a great dude,
He
man.
is, man. He's funny, man. I
He
love that guy.
took it all in stride, and it was great. So next time, make sure you come down, and we'll tell you guys about the next time we're going to be at the Floribama. But maybe for one of these playoff games, see what happens. But let's get back to the run game, because you have been, talking about the run game all year. Jam Miller's probably not going to be available. Lower leg
Yeah.
injury. I don't know what the reports are, but they're not good. Kalen DeBoer really didn't give a lot of specifics, right? Kevin
Mhm.
Riley has a broken jaw or a messed up jaw. He's out. So that's two guys that saw a lot of playing time. Daniel Hill's been in there a lot. I don't know what's going on with Richard Young. And then AK Deer, you look at the pressures that Ty took, right? Some on the offensive line, some on the running backs. And I think
Right.
that's what's keeping AK Deer out of the lineup. But we need that home run hitting ability. And look, it's go time now. It's go time.
No, absolutely, man. But I mean, that's part of it, mate. You know what I'm saying? That football IQ that's required to play football
Mhm.
at this level, man, it's not something that you can compromise on. You know what I'm saying? Because you can be a home run hitter, but if you can't pick up and pass pro as a running back, you know what I'm saying, and that's part of your game that's lacking, then you got to fix that to become a good college football player. I mean, hell, Derrick Henry had to learn how to pick up blocks and pass pro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What leaves any of these young guys out of that? You know what I'm saying? And he went on to become a Heisman winner. And but that's just part of the game, making him that's what's holding you back, man. Maybe he needs to focus on that a little more, figure out how to work that and improve on that. You know what I'm saying? Because we absolutely need him out there on the field. We need more home run hitters. And honestly, we just need better. I think we need better game planning offensively, man. Because how do we go an entire game and Ryan Williams doesn't get one target?
Yeah.
And
That's, look, a great topic. What's
mm,
going on there?
it's you so just from what I've been seeing, Mick, man, there's this trend with Grub, man, where he likes to put probably one of his best receivers in the slot. So he did it with Smith and Jigma when he was with the Seattle Seahawks, right? Um, and he had in Jigba mostly working out of a slot. And I don't think that's Ryan Williams' game. I
No,
think
I
he's an
don't either.
outside receiver.
Yeah.
He flourishes when he's out there, man. Just like everything about him is faster out there, and it's something new to learn when you know what I'm saying. You're being moved from outside to inside. It's a whole different game to be played at that receiver spot, man. And so I think Ryan needs to be more of an outside receiver guy. We need to get him out of the slot And we need to figure out ways to give him the ball because he's just kind of a non-factor right now. And a
Hmm.
guy that's a bigger playmaker as he is, we can't have that, Mick. You
Well, yeah,
know?
and on top of that, he's getting paid a lot of NIL money to be that guy to throw him the ball, right? I
Yeah.
can't believe that the post game press conference, none of the media people asked that question. I know they got to it in the SEC media day or the SEC teleconference on Sunday, going into this SEC championship game, but that to me seems to be a pretty big story. I mean, you won the game, but you didn't use your best player, the guy that you're paying to be your best player, and he is definitely the most talented guy that Alabama has. And you wonder, like, he took that big giant hit. I thought it was even kind of a cheap shot uh, when we were playing Florida State at the beginning of the year. You know, that rung his bell. That's a tough hit to take. You know, maybe he's got some other nicks and injuries, you know, maybe a hamstring or something like that that's holding him down. But the guy just does amazing stuff, you know, and he's never really covered. So
Yeah.
not even to throw him the ball. That's a
Yeah.
story.
That's why he needs to be more. That's why me personally, I think he needs to be out wide, man.
Yeah.
Because when you put him in the slot, that's more bodies in traffic to put in front of him to cover him. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
out wide, you got a better chance of putting him out on that island, man. You can't help everybody when he's out there out wide. Because you put him out wide, then you got to pick and choose who you're gonna cover. You're either gonna cover
Hmm.
Ryan Williams, you either gonna cover Horton or Jeremy Bernard, but you can't double team all of them, right?
Yeah.
Um, and I think when we put him in the slot, man, he's just kind of being contained. He's being boxed in, and we just don't have anything drawn up for him right now. And and, and honestly, up front, we don't give Ty enough time to go through all his reads all the
Yeah.
time. And so, that slot receiver might be his third read, and we never make it there. And so that can have a lot to do with it. But I think we got to figure out ways to get him the ball, man. He's just too explosive of an athlete to not find ways to get him targets.
Hmm.
Like,
No, I agree with you. But you know what? End of the game, needed the big play, got it. You know, DeBoer. It was a terrible game for Ty Simpson. Statistically, it was bad, but he didn't turn the ball over. That's why Alabama won. And even as bad as he was, and as bad as everything else went, and he had like 112 yards throwing, you know, which is awful. He
mhm,
made three hellacious passes in the red zone that won the game. And Isaiah Horton caught all three of them for touchdowns, including one with the game tied on a 4th and 2 from way down in the red zone. So
mhm,
the fact that DeBoer is kind of the way he is why Alabama won the game. Like, where it's like we're playing ball. That's if you and I were out on the playground, that's exactly what we would have done too. You know, like,
well,
and I know it's a different thing, but it's not. You know, like if you go in with that mentality, like I've been playing this game my whole life. It's a game. Let's have fun doing it. You can pull off wins like that, and I give DeBoer a lot of credit for that because we didn't play good. We didn't play good enough on offense,
no.
but the turnovers that we had against Oklahoma, we didn't have them, and that's why we won. And Auburn couldn't hold on to the ball.
Oh yeah, man. It's like I said earlier, our defense has been hungry for turnovers, man. It's just like once they got that first one, they started craving them, and we've had
Eating.
some really big plays on defense forcing turnovers, man. Just what our boy ended up with what an interception and a forced fumble,
Yeah.
18. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's the type of play we need, and it just kind of reinforces the defense we've been seeing all year. They've been playing great football, man. Man, I think offensively, we controlled the game for the most part when we decided to commit to the run game and like I said, man, we decide we want to take shots every damn time we're on 3rd and 2 and we want to throw the ball
I
15,
didn't like
20
that.
yards downfield. You know, that
Ty's got to hit
that
those passes though too, Shank. I mean, I'll
mean,
say this:
yeah.
they were there. He just didn't make the pass.
Absolutely. They were there, but at the same time, how many passes do we give them not to hit
Yeah.
before we like, all right, let's rein it back in. I feel like every time we
Yeah.
had a crucial 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, we're damn throwing the ball downfield, man.
And
When
he's
we could
missing the
eat,
throws.
and
Yeah.
he's missing the throws when we can easily, you know what I'm saying, convert. get those 2 yards, convert, and now we're playing with a fresh set of downs. But
Yeah,
we weren't
right.
doing that. It was just like either big play or bust on these third and short conversions. And that's how people get let back into games, Mick. That's how you end up, you know what I'm saying, almost blowing a 17-0 lead
Yeah.
because we're putting the defense back on the field. And I mean, as good as our defense is, man, if we continuously put them in positions to fail, at some point they're going to fail.
That's right.
And offensively, we weren't doing them any favors because we weren't necessarily flipping the field every time we punted the ball. Um, and I just think we could have handled that so much better offensively, man. It doesn't have to be a big play every damn third down. Go get a
Yeah.
first down, continue to possess the ball. It's I just think it's so weird. We kind of went away from that formula where we controlled the ball, we controlled the clock, we controlled the game. We got through that gauntlet in the middle of the season, and we just kind of went away from that since then, man.
Hmm.
Man, I'm just not understanding that, especially on a night where we had the run game going as good as we had it going.
Yep.
We had Auburn at our mercy, and we continuously let them back in
That's right.
by throwing the ball and missing passes.
I couldn't have said it better. Guys, I want to remind you of a couple things. First off, you got Twisted Sisters, D. Snyder, you got Firehouse, you got Lita Ford, all going to be at Pearl River Resort at the center stage. That's Silver Star right there on campus in Philadelphia, Mississippi, December 27th, 8 o'clock. And make sure you check it out. The other thing is the crispy screen. Yeah, we got you covered on the crispy screen. And Shank, I would let you talk about it, but I'm going to let you talk.
In some places, football is a sport. In Alabama, it's a fine art. New Life Art is now accepting pre-orders for Daniel A. Moore's next Crimson Classic, the Crispy Screen, guys. What a name to commemorate the Fat Boys. This masterwork commemorates the screen pass to Caden Proctor that outsmarted Kirby and the Georgia defense. Proctor's catch and bulldog dozing run set up Ty Simpson's 3-yard touchdown just before the half, which was a big score for us, guys. Visit DanielMooreArt.com to see the artist's preliminary sketch and take advantage of a special pre-publication pricing for the crispy screen. Go ahead, get into that. Go get you one of those Kane Proctor prints. I'm super excited to get mine in because he's living a dream of all the fat boys. And go look up that crispy screen and get you one, guys.
Yep, get you a crispy screen, and I'm telling you, we got to play these guys again.
Yeah,
And
we got to
so
play them
we
again.
got to play them again. And I go back to Kalen DeBoer as coach at Washington, beats Oregon not once but twice. And I'm going, you know what? This guy's built for this. He's built for these kind of games. Bama's going to have to beat Georgia twice. Georgia's a great team, but they can do it, and they're going to have to do it pretty banged up, right? They don't have Cuevas. They're not going to
Yeah,
have Jam Miller.
yeah.
But the defense is getting healthy. That's a good thing. Georgia's got their share of injuries too. I mean, it's what it is right now this time of year.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Mick, at this point in the year, everybody got injuries. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's banged up. And so now we see who's made for this type of football, for this time of year, Mick. Um, and I think that I think the board understands how big of a position we're in right now, man.
Yeah.
SEC championship game, we got Georgia once again. We've shown that we can beat them one time this year, and we all know how hard it is to beat a team twice in one year. And I just think, man, if we want to take that next step as a team, this is something we got to have right now. Um, you know what I'm saying? This is one of those hills that we have to overcome to get to that next level that we want to be at as a team. Obviously, the year didn't end the way we wanted it to last year, and
Hmm.
so we got a chance to rewrite that this year. We got the SEC championship bid, and we're going for a playoff spot, and so we got to figure it out, man.
Hmm.
Defense is clicking. I think defense is clicking. They're running on all cylinders right now. Um, as bad as the spot as we put them in last game, they only gave up 20 points, Mick. You know what I'm saying? So to have that to lean on going into this SEC championship game, I'm feeling good about it. And I'm also feeling good about the fact that we figured out the run game a little bit. All right. And so hopefully we can build a little trust with the run game moving forward and decide to commit to it a little more. And help our boy Ty out because he don't miss those passes if we don't force him to have to throw them, Mick.
Yeah, it's true.
And so simple as that. And so it's gonna be a big game, man. I mean, Georgia's really good. Kirby has been here a few times now.
Yeah.
Um,
They won
he,
last year.
you know what I'm saying? So he understands what it takes, what it takes to be in this position, and what it takes to win in this position. And I think he's seen both sides of it. He's fell short, and he's come back and won it all. And so, from this point forward, Mick, it's going to be a tough go because I don't think you can look at Georgia and expect them to be the same team that we played during the
No, we're
regular
different
season this
teams.
year.
We're all
Yeah,
different.
absolutely,
Um,
absolutely.
well, look, guys, and I'm going to ask you about Lane Kiffin. So just get ready
I
for
knew that
this.
was coming. All right.
Brown shed glass. My man JK made this for me. Brought it to the show. This thing's incredible. He said that the glass that he used is from the 70s, and I think he said the 60s and the 70s. Anyway, this is a Steely, a Grateful Dead. This Grateful Dead logo. Now Shank thought that the Grateful Dead logo was a clothing brand, and at this point it is. But it's also kind of a lifestyle and a great music. And I just want to tell you guys, I put it up his number on the screen. He does Alabama stuff. He does a lot, anything that you want made. The work that he does is awesome. And with the holidays coming, and you're like, hey, I want to do something cool. The Alabama one of these that he gave me is in my kitchen. He's like, man, well, your grandkids will have that to pass down. He does quality work,
Nice.
but it's cool, man. Like every time I walk through the kitchen, I see that. And this one's going on the wall or on the door of the studio as soon as I get the hooks for it. But it looks super cool. And he does great work. And, check him out. There's his information there at the bottom of the screen. And a great fan of the show, too. All right, Shank, let's go ahead and start talking about Lane Kiffin. And this segment seems to always be presented by Kalshi because we have used Kalshi to tell us where Lane Kiffin was going to end up. And honestly, you guys know at this point that Kalshi is an exchange market. It's, kind of like gives you the feel of gambling, but it's not, right? No house vig. Prices are set by supply and demand. Winners don't get cut off. No block mid-game, stuff like that. Cash out anytime you want. Transparent pricing. Watch odds move over time. You can do politics, economy, Oscars, grammars, pop culture. We've had a lot of fun with Kalshi, okay? And we have used Kalshi to help us handicap where Lane Kiffin was going. And for a long time, Florida was the favorite. Remember, it was like 67, 70% of the market.
Yeah, yeah.
Coach. And about 2 weeks ago, that switched. And all of a sudden, it became LSU. You played for Lane Kiffin. He was your offensive coordinator at Alabama. He's got a playoff team at Ole Miss, and he leaves to go to LSU with a playoff team. I've never seen anything like this before. But you know the guy. Your thoughts on the whole thing?
I mean, I get it, man. Ole Miss people are hurt because of the way things are shaking out. I mean, it just kind of is what it is at this point. Would it have made him feel any better if he would have stayed and coached? Even though he tried to, apparently, he tried to stay and coach it all the way through. But, it is what it is. In this climate, man, players go for greener pastures every day. Coaches do too. And so you can't take it personal at this point. It's just part of the game. Let's not act like LSU is not an upgraded job from Ole Miss. Ole Miss wasn't that before Lane Kiffin. He had to build that. Even when Hugh Freeze was at Ole Miss, they were pretty good, but they were never better than LSU job. Let's be honest about this, man. Um, I think Ole Miss they're in a good spot. You can't be mad at the man. I think Lane Kiffin is a program builder. That's just his type right now. That's his archetype. He can come and build programs. He can get you to a good spot, but when he decides to leave and go on for better pastures, man, you just gotta let it be what it is. Because even if he would have made it through the playoffs and then decided at the end of it all to leave, they would have been unhappy about that as well, man. And so it's one of those situations, Mick, where it's just damned if you do, damned if you don't, right?
Hmm. I hear you.
Only thing would have made him happy is if he would have stayed at Ole Miss. And I think, man, 6 years, he's accomplished a lot there. He's put them in a really great spot as a program. And so they should be able to build off that and continue to be a good football team and a good program. Now, him at LSU is scary, man, because who wouldn't want to play for a Lane Kiffin ran offense? And
Right.
we know the type of athletes that are down in Louisiana. We know the type of recruiting pedigree that Lane Kiffin has, man, and it's only going to continue to get better at LSU. And so I think it's a nice shakeup in the SEC, and I'm looking forward to see how he does, man. I'm excited for him.
Interesting. Yeah, and if Lane, if you need an extra offensive coach, I know a line coach that you might be able
Yeah,
to
man,
get out of here and take down there with you, who actually grew up an LSU fan.
no
Um,
doubt.
Hey, it was funny on the tailgate show Friday where I started calling everybody out for their high school favorite teams because I got Mike Johnson first. He was Florida State, and then he turned it back on me because I was a Maryland guy. And then I heard Ryan was laughing too hard. I reminded him that he was an Oklahoma fan.
Damn. You know what I'm saying? I ain't scared, man. I ain't ashamed. I ain't ashamed. I started out an LSU guy for sure, man. You know what I'm saying? Folks can say what they want about Jamarcus Russell in the NFL, but he's one of the best college quarterbacks to ever play
Oh
football,
yeah.
and I'll die on that hill.
Well, here's the last thing we're going to get into, and you guys know that the promo code's Bama Tailgate, $10 when you sign up, and you use our code. You get $10 free when you trade $100. So it's fun to do this. This is for Penn State's head coaching job. Kalen DeBoer, after the win, well, he's at 9% still to go to Penn State. Is there any chance that Penn State is waiting on Alabama to have their season end, and they're going to pull a shocker and get Kalen DeBoer away from us?
Not a chance. Not a chance, man. It's just simply off because you look at what Franklin did during his time at Penn State and how it all ended there. I mean, I wouldn't be in a rush to want to step into that situation, man. And even get a guy to the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And, who wants to follow that up, especially as long as he was there. And so I don't think the boy is looking that way at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He has built his culture here at Bama. It's all working out. Um, we're getting ready for the playoffs right now, man. And so I think we're fine.
It's Bob Chesney and Brian Dable. Remember him? He was the offensive coordinator at Bama for a while. Kalani
Yeah, another guy that
Sataki
won't run the ball.
was up. He dropped 19 points here in recent times. He got really high and then fell. I don't know what they're going to do, but they're taking their time. Didn't take James Franklin long to find a new job, though. He's now at Virginia Tech. So there was a bunch of new coaches. Auburn got a new coach. It was like everybody was waiting on Kiffin, that domino fell, and everything just kind of all, John Summerall ends up going from Tulane to Florida. So he's the next guy there. Alex, what's the guy's name? Golich is the coach at Auburn. So, I mean, you got all these dudes going to new spots. Some pretty big name coaches got fired. And I'm wondering, is it because it's a new era, or is just you can finish it up on this? Is this just the way that it is right now?
Hey man, I think it's a new era of college football. Long are the days where you finish out seasons and then they fire you. I think with so much money moving around and so many moving parts, man, that everybody wants instant gratification. And when things are going bad, they're not going to see it through. They're going to nip it in the bud right now. And so this is where we are.
Yep, that's it. Well, Shank, great talking to you. You guys like and subscribe, get in the comment section. As always, we're brought to you by Pearl River Resort, Philadelphia, Mississippi. And here's their spokesman, Jake.
I may not suit up on Saturdays anymore, but I'm still in the game. In here, I call the plays, make adjustments, and lay it on the line. Want to feel that fire, that rush? Then you've got to get in the game. I used to say it in the tunnel, and I still say it now. Let's roll.